today, the third day of our novena to Our Lady of Mount Carmel at the Carmel of the Holy Family Monastery Chapel, Pindangan, City of San Fernando, La Union, we are at the OCDS House of Prayer to reflect on what our Saint Teresa of Avila community has become since its foundation 45 years ago, this coming August 14, 2020.
Our book entitled In the Footsteps of La Madre has 3 editions. The first edition was released on January 16, 2020. Argel Maria Lila, In the Footsteps of La Madre. Nihil Obstat, Abot Santos Rabang, Christ the Desert Monastery, Alangan Santo Domingo, Ilocos Sur, Archdiocese of Nueva Segovia. Imprimatur, His Excellency, Most Reverend Ernesto A. Salgado, D.D., Archbishop Emeritus of Nueva Segovia, Las Piñas City, Metro Manila. January 16, 2020, Golden Jubilee Vicariate of St. Ferdinand, Diocese of San Fernando of La Union, Ortega Twins' 66th birthday. Front cover. October 1, 2007, Feast of Saint Therese of the Child Jesus of Lisieux was a wonderful day for the Ortega twins as they pick up the life-size statue and 15-inch statuette of Saint Teresa of Avila made of tin at Our Liver Corporation in Manila. Statuettes were distributed to the Ortega families. One could feel the presence of La Madre in the November OCDS East Asia Congress at Tagaytay City, for the twins brought her statue and they gifted the foreign delegates with her statues. Maria Luz, driving the carriage with the statuette of Saint Teresa, stopped for a while at the OCDS House of Prayer, where the life-size statue was during the procession in commemoration of the Feast of Saint Teresa on October 15, 2008. The statuette, after the Mass, was brought to the house of the Hermana Mayors starting from 2008 to 2015. The tin statuette of Saint Teresa is fragile, thus a need for a fiberglass pilgrim statuette. 7 cartoons with 42 pilgrim fiberglass statuettes made by TML Holycraft and 125 booklets were shipped to Spain on 2015, La Madre 5th birth centenary. Maria Luz requested Milagros of Centro International Teresiano San Juanista, CITES, to distribute the statuettes and the booklets entitled A Child's Genuine Voice in Prayer and Action to the non-monasteries. We joyfully read the acknowledgement letters sent through email by some of the non-monasteries who received the statuettes. Saint Teresa of Avila's 15-inch pilgrim statuettes is symbolic. 15 to mark the year of her birth, 1515, and the pentahedron or 5-sided base symbolizes her 5th birth centenary. The Saint Teresa of Avila community yearly celebrates 2 occasions: her birth anniversary on March 28, wherein an OCDS member brings home the fiberglass statuette of Saint Teresa. On October 15, her death anniversary, her statuette in a pentahedral enclosure is brought out in procession before Mass. We successfully fulfilled our mission of leaving 7 fiberglass statuettes of Saint Teresa in the 7 continents of the world during our 84 days around the world journey in 2017. The statuettes manifest our intimate union with God through the teachings and spirituality of Saint Teresa of Avila. The tertiary was formed by Bishop Victorino Siligut Didi, the first bishop of the diocese, on August 14, 1975, with the able guidance and inspiration of the Carmelite nuns at Pindangan Ruins, led by Mother Nieves, Mother Mary, Sister Elizabeth, and Sister Stella. The love of the pioneer tertiary members to Carmel had passed on to the present OCDS members. The Saint Teresa of Avila Community La Union met with Bishop Daniel Presto Didi on its 43rd anniversary on August 14, 2018. Inside the Carmel of the Holy Family Monastery Chapel at Pindangan, City of San Fernando, La Union, is the statuette of Saint Teresa brought in procession last October 15, 2019 for the Mass celebration in honor of her 437th death anniversary. Sea and Sky College students attend annually this great event in the church.
The second edition of In the Footsteps of La Madre was released May 31, 2020, Pentecost Sunday. At the same time, the Feast of the Visitation of the Blessed Virgin Mary. It is also the 77th death anniversary of Don Joaquin J. Ortega, the first civil governor of La Union. On the front cover, I, Maria Luz Ortega Bolong, OCDS, wanted the statuette of Saint Teresa of Avila to be brought out in the procession during her 430th death anniversary in October 2020 in an elevated carriage. The 2 framed images from Spain, printed during the 5th birth centenary celebration of Saint Teresa, was attached on both sides of the carriage that carries the statuette. On February 3, 2020, I instructed the work to be done at the OCDS House of Prayer. The Sea and Sky College workers constructed a platform for the elevated carriage, while Villesa Art Shop was to repaint the water tank and paint a 15 stairways on a piece of plywood. 15 steps symbolizes Saint Teresa's birth year on 1515. February 4, the work on the carriage was done. On February 6, Villesa finished painting and placed the stairways painting on the carriage. In the evening, my twin and I went to pick our Filipiniana costume in Aringay, La Union. Eager for the shooting, I asked Rose Suizo about the carriage, if everything is ready for the shooting. She said that something terrible happened to the carriage. I told her that we dropped by the OCDS House of Prayer. The sketch done by artist Tony Villesa shows what happened as narrated by Rose. The carpenters put thick slab of brick to maintain the balance of the carroza before leaving the OCDS house of prayer. Unknowingly, the artist took the slab in his hands, and when he stepped to put it down, the carroza tumbled backwards. The wheel of the bicycle went up in the air, and the two candle holders on front were thrown down on the ground and broke right away. The pentahedron's roof opened, throwing Saint Teresa statuette on the ground, breaking her halo. I was at that time having my rosary walk, and I was heading where the carroza was. I ran, but it was so fast, I was aghast. Listening to what happened, we twins felt shock. Acceptance and thankfulness enveloped us. The statuette's face and body suffered no scratches or deformity, and the two glass frames suffered no breakage. Certainly, the minor damage resulting from the accident is through divine intervention. Saint Teresa of Avila says, "I know by experience that the glorious Saint Joseph assists us generally in all necessities." In the morning of February 7, we twins wore our Filipiniana attire and proceeded to the Sea and Sky College for our hair and makeup by instructor Jesus Manangan and a student. I instructed the workers to fix the carriage and the Sea and Sky College students to decorate it. Our shooting with the Bachelor of Arts Communication students who acted as production assistants and cameramen went as scheduled.
The third edition of our book will be released on August 14, 2020, 45th anniversary of Saint Teresa of Avila Community, La Union, OCDS House of Prayer, Pindangan, City of San Fernando, La Union. Front cover. Our pictorials on June 18, 2020, Feast of Twin Saints Mark and Marcelian, graced the cover of The Footsteps of La Madre, 3rd edition. It was held at the Kambal para sa Diyos studio at Sea and Sky College that housed the Sea and Sky Broadcasting System Incorporated. The following day, June 19, is the feast of Saint Gervais and Saint Protaste. In the tower are the statuettes of twin brother saints Cosmas and Damian, and Saint Benedict and his sister Saint Scholastica. At the center on the back wall is a wooden carved image of Santa Lucia from Sicily, Italy. In our visit to Indonesia, during our 84 days around the world 2017, Carmelite Friar Aloysius Dini, OCD, showed the tin statuette of Saint Teresa we have sent to Rome, same as the 42 statuettes shipped to Spain for the 5th birth centenary of Saint Teresa. The tin statuette rests on a carriage, while the fiberglass on a pentahedron enclosure. We are wearing a Filipina gown made of local cloth abel. The patches of Christianity logo were sewn at the right and left sleeves of the terno. Sitting on an angelic chair, we twins hold a copy of our book, 2nd edition. Last activity before the lockdown due to COVID-19 was a ceremonial at the OCDS House of Prayer for the celebration of the 45th anniversary of the foundation of Saint Teresa of Avila Community. The members are enjoined to attend Mass at the Carmel of the Holy Family.
We have produced 10 videos as our contribution to the celebration dubbed 500 Years of Christianity. In the footsteps of La Madre, Gracias Misionares Españoles, COVID-19, a call to live differently. Feast of Our Lady of Fatima, Salt and Light of the World, Devotions to the Sacred Heart of Jesus and the Immaculate Heart of Mary, Acres of Diamonds for the 500 Years of Christianity, Graduation Message of Academic Dean Maria Luz Obolong, PhD. Man proposes, God disposes. And number 10, the 45th Foundation Anniversary of Saint Teresa of Avila Community, La Union. Our video entitled Acres of Diamonds for the 500 Years of Christianity was uploaded on the feast of Saint Thomas the Apostle. Thomas the Doubter became the Thomas, the model believer, an example of each one of us. He is a great beacon of light for all of us as we are called to cry out with him, "My Lord and my God." We twins intently listens to each other. I, Luz, narrating the story of a farmer in search for diamonds, while Nila is talking on the importance of staying married as it is a covenant, and I explaining the logo of the Sea and Sky Hotel and Restaurant. The devotion to the Santo Niño began in Spain with Santa Teresa de Avila. It was said that when Teresa took her vows, she chose the name Teresa de Jesus, Teresa of Jesus, meaning Jesus is with her, with me. The venerated image of the infant Jesus in Prague is believed to have belonged to Santa Teresa de Avila.